Hi, my name's Elisa Monjadas, and I am from Fresno, California, interviewing DJ Chuang. DJ, it's been 12 years today.
Yes, today marks 12 years, and I'm so happy that we got to talk about blogging. And I don't know how we got to that topic. And then I looked back into my archives and I realized June 21st, 1999 was when I started blogging. And that was before it was called blogging, which is
What was it called?
amazing. Back then, it was called like online journal or online diary. And I've probably used at least a dozen different softwares, usually what we call web apps, but just websites that have an automated system where I could just type in some thoughts without having to edit HTML. You know, who does that anymore, right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
so,
I have an old school sign for you.
oh, that's so awesome.
Anniversary, TJ.
Yes. Thank
12 years.
you.
Woo woo.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, have you always blogged about church and ideas, being Asian?
Are those the recurring themes? They've become
That's
the
what I
recurring
think of.
themes. Initially, it was just kind of a personal journal. At the time, back in 1999, I was pastoring, and I was in a small church startup reaching young adults in Northern Virginia. And I felt like it was a commuter church. A lot of people drove in for a Sunday, and once in a while, or during the week, they might meet up in a small group. But I wanted to have more connection with them. And phone tag isn't a lot of fun, so I found this new technology where I could just share from my heart. And so initially it was just journaling, kind of an open diary, if you will. And I think back then I talked about my road trip to a conference, and now I'm like a conference junkie.
Yeah. I know you should be wearing orange for this interview.
Well, I have a little bit orange.
Oh, okay.
There we
Okay.
go.
You're good.
Shoo!
Made it.
Oh, but yeah, and then it's just evolved. So during the past 10 years of my life, 12 years of my life, I've kind of worked alongside of churches rather than just inside of a church. And so my approach is I just share my life, and so it's not quite tightly focused, but it's just sharing my life. And I think as I share my life, people can see Christ through it, and I don't have to be preachy per se.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly the best Bible teacher, though I've gone to seminary and so on and so on. But I just share my life, and I'm kind of eclectic, and I do like ideas. I like using technology, and I like using technology to connect with people. So getting a video chat, getting into Twitter, and you're my Twitter friend.
Yes.
And we have met in real life, although
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to say offline rather than real life, because this is still real.
It's true. That's a good point. Yeah. So I was looking at your first post, June 21st, 1999,
Wow.
and that's pretty crazy. And it's not really interesting though. Your first post. You're just
Oh,
basically saying,
ouch.
I'm blogging.
Yes. Did
But
I
look at
call
how
it
far you've
blogging?
come. You didn't call it blogging. You
Yes, yeah.
said, let's see. You said join the conversation. It's one of the interesting features is personal journals, and this
Yes.
will be different. You said this one will have an edge. It will be reflective and substantive. Not too much fluff here. If you go away more than merely entertained, you will find yourself thinking, intrigued, and occasionally gain a new insight. I think you've done that for 12 years. I mean, I haven't been
Well,
following you for 12 years, but
you just
seems like
read the
you've,
whole blog post.
yeah, I pretty much did.
That's great. See, you could be a communication major, and the communication majors are people that just really read really well, and they don't stutter, and they just have a nice soothing voice
There we go. My
and a
new
great
career will
video
be a
presence.
blog reader.
You never know. This video might go viral,
That's true.
and people will say, "Oh, I want to see that gal on TV." Just like that movie. What was that movie with the gal from
Julia.
Fresno?
Oh, wait, what movie?
It was a kid's cartoon. The big woman thing, and she was going to marry this news reporter from Fresno who wanted to go to New York. And Monsters, is it Monsters Inc?
Wow,
No,
I didn't even know there was a Fresno relation connection.
I thought it was Fresno.
Wow, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
kids
Huh.
movie. Oh, I can't think of it. I'll put it in the show notes.
Okay. Okay. Do it. Okay. So, I'm looking at your website, your Orange website. How did you have you? Has it always been Orange, and has Orange always been your thing?
No, orange became my thing when my family and I drove cross country from DC to OC. And I happened to be wearing orange one day, and my friends in Atlanta took a photo of me with orange. And then I think a couple months later, I went to a conference and I happened to be wearing orange. And I wanted to meet some people, and I said, I'm the guy wearing orange. And the aha was, okay, orange because of Orange County, and orange because I can stand out in the crowd and people can find me. So I'm the
Yeah.
Asian in orange.
Okay, that's easy.
That's the
Um,
story.
yeah. Have you, okay, so it's 12 years for your blog. Have you always called yourself, I'm looking at it right now, strategist, eclectic, experimentalist, interdisciplinarian? Has that always been a part of your blog? Or when was that
No,
introduced?
two weeks ago. I've been switching that
No
tagline
way.
up every 2 weeks.
Wow.
The one I've used the longest was strategist, ideator, and connector.
Okay.
Um, no, but I've been playing with that just like I had one that said um, strategist, uh, foodie, and orange or something like that. Just to see if anybody would notice. You're the first person to notice and say something about it.
Oh, so maybe in 2 weeks it'll be different. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, that's right.
That's your MO, changing your tagline.
Well, experimenting. So this is my latest experiment. Is I'm experimenting with my tagline, see if I could get some attention.
Okay. Hmm. Now, but strategizing and ideating is something that you're going to stick with. That's like you, right?
Yes, my top 5 strengths on Strength Finders are input, ideation, strategic, adaptability, and woo.
Oh, okay. I have woo.
Ah,
I wonder we're
woo.
friends. Woo, woo. No, I don't know. That's my
And
woo
so
for
with
you.
those 5, it's more challenging to figure out a career or a job description because it just doesn't fit into a typical corporate kind of
Yeah.
structure. But it's great at coming alongside of organizations and people that want to make the most of new opportunities
Mm-hmm.
and doing things not by the book, but outside of the book. And that's where I dream well and come up with new ideas and find breakthroughs.
Yeah. So over the past 12 years, what kind of blogs have you followed or who inspires you in the blog world?
It comes and goes. One of my long-term bloggers that I've kept up with is Tall Skinny Kiwi.
What's that?
He's like this missional emerging church missionary guy in Europe, but he was in
Okay.
America for a number of years, and he just has a fresh perspective of what following Christ could look like. And he's much more well-traveled, and he's been blogging, I think, almost as long as I have,
Wow.
or maybe actually a little longer than I have. So it's amazing to see how it's blossomed and how it's even changed the world of politics, and entertainment, and whatever else. But there's only been a few that have lasted 10 plus years.
Yeah, you just don't hear about that very often. We have a blog, a foodie blog in Fresno, and this is our 5-year anniversary this year.
Hey, congratulations. And what are you going to
Thank
do
you.
to celebrate?
I think we're gonna take over a block in Fresno and have a big potluck, because it's Taste Fresno, so
Yes.
we're gonna have people cook and I don't know,
Well, you know,
have a
the
little
whole
party.
taste of thing is like a really big deal in a lot of places.
Yeah, it's true.
So we have a taste of Laguna Niguel. We have a taste of Orange County, I'm pretty sure. There's probably a taste of LA. But yeah, the people I follow on blogs, they kind of come and go. I'm cleaning out my blog rolls about once a year.
Okay.
But I try not to follow the biggies, whether it's ProBlogger or Mashable. But you kind of have to stay on Mashable because they are the leading voice in social media.
Yeah.
And I'm very interested in social media because it's about how people use technology. So I'm not so much the techie in terms of wanting to figure out how the tech works. I want to figure out how tech can be better used by people. And so that's why I love video chat. Video chat technology is still, I think, underdeveloped.
Yeah.
And it has such a powerful way to connect with people because a lot of our communication's nonverbal. And so now you can actually see someone and hear someone.
Right. So how do you use your blog now compared to how you used it when you first started? I mean, you said it was like your way of just kind of talking and communicating with your church. So now who are you speaking to?
Now I have a broader audience. I think what keeps me centered is still things that I'm interested in. And I tend to talk about things that not a lot of people, not a huge audience, are interested in. So I talk about the Asian American church and Asian American culture. And so 2 days from this interview going live, I'll be sharing a blog post about how Asian Americans are perceived as if, let's say, Asian Americans were a brand. How do people perceive it? And that's a huge blog post that will be pretty intriguing because we've had 2 articles that have been published during this year that refer to tiger moms and paper tigers that have been rather controversial and generate quite a bit of buzz. And so I want to follow up on that and tie it up with a little bit of my commentary. The multi-ethnic church, I've been following that movement for quite some time. And then I happen to be a fan of 2 things that have generated the most traffic to my website, actually. And one of those is Tim Keller. He's a pastor at Redeemer Presbyterian Church. So I have the first Tim Keller fan page. And then I have a Yogurtland fan page.
I saw that.
And that generates a lot of traffic. And I even get phone calls from people that want to open a Yogurtland franchise. And I have yet to get a phone call from Yogurtland saying, thank you for being such a fan, because I think I've given them, they're the fastest growing frozen yogurt thing now.
What made you get involved with Yogurtland? You just were like, I love it so much, I want to put it on my website? Is that kind of how it works?
That's it. Yeah,
really?
So it's essentially it's just things I'm interested in. And maybe there's a little bit of narcissism, but it's just things that I think people should pay a little more attention to.
You should love the church and yogurt.
Yes. And the frustrating thing, here's the thing. So there's still some websites that are Flash only, and Yogurtland is a Flash only website, which means Google can't see it. So I was like, if Google can't see it, then people can't see it. So I built a fan page that's text so people can see what's the greatest yogurt out there.
We actually just got a Yogurtland in Fresno. It's literally within walking distance of where I live.
Excellent.
So yeah, I love it. It's the cheapest or the least expensive and of all the yogurt places, and it has the best flavors.
Yeah, it's self-serve. So it's not a flat fee, $4 for whatever, but
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
that's so
actually thought
cool.
you were working for them or something when I saw your Yogurtland.
No, no, no. I
You're
haven't
just a
figured out
big
the money.
fan.
I'm a big fan. Yeah.
They need to sponsor your blog. Say it's been 12 years.
Hey, I could
Here's my
run some
traffic.
pretty. I can run some pretty hot social media campaign. I'm serious. Yeah,
Yeah. Huh.
yeah. Um,
So, as far as you have a section on your blog called Ideas. I'm reading it right now. Asian American bipolar disorder and iTunes music mixes. Those are so random.
I'm a random eclectic kind of guy, so
Eclectic,
uh,
experimentalist, interdisciplinarian.
yeah. Um,
Have you always
some
had
of these
those
ideas come and
categories?
go. So if you were to click on the ideas tab, there's a bunch of ideas that I've collected over the years.
Oh, I see. Three wise
So
men, gospel and culture.
yeah, yeah, just things that I think are underrepresented. I'll put a bunch of links together and I'll research. Like Peter Drucker, people don't know much about Peter Drucker's faith, but actually
Oh,
he
is he a
was
Christian?
well, he was a I wouldn't say covert, but he lived out his faith quietly.
Huh, I never knew that.
Yeah, so he kind of has an Episcopalian background. A couple other pages that I put up is Aliso Viejo Town Center and the Commons at Aliso Viejo. So these are two
Oh, okay.
strip mall shopping centers that are within walking distance of where I live, and they don't have a website.
Hmm.
And so when I want to know what's there or what the store hours are, I have to scour all over the web trying to find stuff. And so I just built these pages that are Google friendly. And
Wow. Yeah, so now I'm looking at your Christian celebrities page.
that was a big website back in the day. That was one of the first ones that
You
had.
should add some pictures.
Yeah.
No, you don't
Well,
want
yeah,
to.
I would like to, but um, I mean, I've got so much content here over the years, but
It doesn't matter.
it and there's so much content on the web now. It does take time, and it is a labor of love. So
Yeah, you should probably
the
focus more
magic
on.
of my website is more long tail than really developed content, because I just do a little bit every few days,
Mm-hmm.
and then so over 12 years, it's chock full of I don't know how many blog posts I have, probably over 2,000 blog posts. I try to
Yeah,
get three blog posts in a week, and I know there's some people that blog every day and they're very disciplined. I'm not that disciplined. I'm more spontaneous and eclectic and random. So I try
yeah,
to
because some
let
people
that
do
flow.
some people do the every Monday I'm going to blog about this, every Wednesday I'm going to blog about this, and every Friday, they have like a full schedule. But you're anti.
Yeah, I'm not much of a planner. I'm not so much anti. It just
Doesn't happen.
yeah, it's not my voice. And I think each person has to find their own voice and their own rhythm. And having a rhythm is important. So if you blog at a sporadic pace, then it's hard for people to pick up. But for me, it's like 2 or 3 times a week. So when a blog hasn't been updated for over a month, then it feels like it's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get in at least once a month.
Yeah.
Bare bones. So if you can't do that, then just don't blog. Do something else. But if you can get at least once a month, ideally once a week, then blogs are great.
Yeah.
Actually, I say
So
this. This is a long interview. I have to do
I
a
know.
long version, the extended, unedited, and then a short
Yeah.
90-second version with the highlights, the highlight reel, and bloopers. I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Oh.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. This one has helped a lot of people. So if you're a good writer, blogging is a great vehicle for you to express your voice. If you like to talk, then a podcast would be a great way for you to capture your voice and share it. But if you like to talk with your hands, video, YouTube is the way to talk.
Okay. So how many videos do you have on your website, on your blog, I guess? I saw you
Um,
had one for Father's Day.
yes. That was an interview I did with my brother a couple weeks ago. Um, Boy, how many videos do I have? I think I've got over 100 videos on my YouTube channel. And I just looked the other day, I've got over 500,000 views on my YouTube
Wow.
channel. Now,
Wow, that's incredible.
isn't that incredible? So I'm on my way
Yeah.
to a million. But I can't take credit for most of those views because I have a dozen videos that feature Tim Keller and Mark Driscoll.
Oh, okay. Hey, well,
And they're the rock stars.
yeah.
But I'm the host of those. I provide them the platform, and now look at who. So this is before they had like really developed online video strategies, and so I kind of lent my platform to them, and look at what's happened now.
Wow, how exciting.
So so this video could be your breakthrough.
It could be. Well, I mean, I'll be like, I remember when DJ was,
I mean, you could
only
be.
at 500 views, 500,000 YouTube views.
Syndicated TV has a big open spot now that Oprah's left.
It's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
you could pass for Ricky Lake. I mean, this interview could be like your audition tape that someone will just pick up over the web, and
it could be I could probably have someone, really like the kinds of signs that I make.
hey,
Is
I mean,
that took some talent right there.
there's just amazing things that happen on the web, and this could be it.
Yeah.
This could be it.
Cool. Well, happy
And
12
you know what day
years.
of the
Oh,
week
are you going to tell
tomorrow
me something
is
else?
to wrap this up? You know what day tomorrow is?
What?
Tuesday.
Taco
Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
So tell us about Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesdays. Well, okay, in Orange County, everybody knows about Taco Tuesdays, but at my house, the Manhattas household, it's when we invite our friends over to have tacos. And my brother makes sangria. He's a really good sangria. And I make really good guacamole.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear there's a song that's being written.
We are in the process of writing Taco Tuesday, and basically the gist is that we talk about things that you can eat every day of the week, but Taco Tuesday is the best. That's my favorite day of the week. I think that's how the chorus goes.
There we go. Friday was just a warm-up act.
Right.
Tuesday comes after Monday, and it's going to blow the lid off.
Yeah. Yeah, so as soon as you will be one of the first to hear that song as soon as we get it down.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just figured out what I need to eat tomorrow for my 12th anniversary.
12th anniversary. Celebrate with tacos. And you have a whole list on your website where you can go.
I'll link to that in the show notes.
You should.
Thank you so much, Elisa. Great connecting with you.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing your 12 years with the internet.
Thank you. Hoping for 12 more.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.